Hey guys and dolls, Ryan Bedell here, blogging from paradise. Like I said, when I get a little more active on the YouTube side of things, we have a nice little HD camera here, and I got the side angle. I'm learning all this stuff, 16 years behind the curve, but here we go. So anyway, guys and dolls, today I want to talk about, would that be better over there? Well, whatever, I'm going to sit here for today. That's that. I just want to talk about that successful bloggers are not lucky. It's a point I shared through a Facebook Live video before, through a Periscope video. Of course, I simulcast the two, but it's something that it's actually disturbing to me because I thought of all those years I struggled horribly to build a successful blog because I clung to this limiting belief. And you have to drill into your mind. Successful bloggers became successful because they followed their passion, they practiced the skill, they worked their tail off, not from a hard work perspective, but from diving into very uncomfortable, freeing, but uncomfortable and scary situations. And by doing that, they slowly but surely began to succeed. Now, the biggest issue with this is, as I get a little closer here, is that a little better? A little bit, still a little hazy. Hey, look at a bunny out there. Whatever. I'm going to get back to I just want to kind of experiment a little bit with the sunlight and all that good stuff. But the real issue is, guys and dolls, you have to let go of this really just damaging, limiting belief. Is that a little cloudy? Why does it look so cloudy? It could just be the camera, but this is how we do things. We're very, very informal here. It looks a little bit better. I like it. Really, why this limiting belief is so darn damaging is because if you cling to it, then it'll give you an excuse. Like with me, for so many years, I had an excuse to fail. Why even put in the time to improve my writing skills? Why build my network? I'm going to fail anyway. The only way you're going to succeed with blogging is if you're lucky, is if you luck out. And it was just some crappy stuff, some limiting beliefs I picked up from other folks that had a failure consciousness, that didn't have a success consciousness. So naturally, when I really dove into it and I started to root out some of these limiting beliefs, I saw, you know what? Successful bloggers aren't lucky. They just followed their passion, they dove into their fears, they developed certain skills, they built their friend network, they served people, they were persistent, they created YouTube videos and podcasts, and they were on Quora and Warrior Forum, and they were commenting on blogs and guest posting, and they weren't busting their tails to be all over the place, but they were rendering very useful, helpful service through a variety of platforms, and they created a viral online presence. And that's what I'm doing. I'm creating a viral blogging presence. I'll talk about it on Tuesday on Blogging from Paradise. It's this idea, instead of trying to knock it out the park with one blog post, all these bloggers so desperate, greedy, selfish, not even selfish, some greedy, some just really desperate as hell. I want to get 1,000, 15,000, 100,000, 200,000 views through this viral post, Ryan. Well, all the time. But I talk about if you're in a zillion places at once, even if some of my YouTube videos are getting 4 views, my Periscope videos are getting 100. My Facebook Live videos are getting 150. Then I have 75 people listening to my podcast. Then my blog posts get this, and then I have 60,000 followers on Twitter. You could see that instead of trying to just force this idea of trying to go viral on one platform and think if I could just get lucky and knock it out the park, if you persistently develop a viral online presence, then instead of knocking out the park with one post, which just doesn't happen almost all the time, and even if it does, it's a one-shot deal, you're going to blow your wad quickly. Everywhere people look in their niche of choice, or your niche, like the blog tips niche, they're going to find me. And then there's that familiarity, and then I'm never going away, and I'm creating the value. When I do this regularly, what's going to happen is I'm going to gain traffic, grow my email list, gain ebook customers, gain clients. And that's obviously been happening quite a bit already, but it's because I have a viral online presence. So rather than focusing on this lucky, knock it out the park idea, maybe you hit it big or they got lucky, the right opportunity found them, you go out and you attract the opportunities. You look for and build your network. But you got to let go of this idea, because if you don't, guys, and you think the successful bloggers are lucky, you will naturally explain away and self-destruct, but explain away any of your urges to create something helpful, to work on a skill, to build your network, because you're going to say, it's all going to be a waste of time anyway. It's a self-defeating tendency, a self-destructive tendency. I got to be lucky, they got lucky, this guy, Ryan, got lucky, and no. Just kick that idea out of your mind, and then when you kick it out of your mind, you start to see that these folks who are rocking it out, established pro bloggers, are diving into blogging to follow their passion. They're doing so to really assist people. They're doing so to develop their skill set, to build their network, to do things with love instead of doing things from a place of fear and desperation. And then they set the foundation for building a successful blog, and then they become increasingly successful. And this has been the experience with me. Guys, in and out in 5.5 minutes, because I'm slowly building up to YouTube. What's your take on this? Do you think successful bloggers are lucky? I don't think so. Believe me, a comment below. And don't forget to sign up for updates at bloggingfromparadise.com. And when you're there, grab a course. Buy a course, buy an ebook. These are really, really helpful resources for you to dive into, to learn from, to build a successful blog from the inside out. You have the mindset tips in a lot of cases with my ebooks, my courses, of course. And then you have the practical tips. It's that nice little 1-2 punch. These are Kelly's, not mine. That you could hit folks up with in a nice way and serve them. So thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. We're going to finish this off. I'll put it on Steam It. Perhaps I'll put it on the Huffington Post. Yeah, why the heck not? Let's keep up with it. Maybe I'll start tossing these on my blog, too, to get some more. Not even to get some more views, but to show with folks, hey. To share with folks. To show folks. And to share with folks. It's been a long day. In a good way. We're just tired at the end of the day and I got to get my run in. But to show folks that I'm also on YouTube as well. And yeah, I'm starting to get a lot more views on YouTube, which is really, really cool. So guys, leave me a comment below. Share this video with all your buds. Successful bloggers are not lucky. And until next time, you know what to do. I'm coming in with the finish, guys. I'm coming in with the finish. Finish, finish, finish. Enjoy paradise.